when you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Wallace Wade Stadium in Durham, North Carolina, home to the Duke Blue Devils. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Duke Blue Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Blue Devils will kick it away to start us off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Give out of the gun. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. Guys, when you really take a look at Texas, this is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number 1 on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme. And sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough. So got to continue to play well within the conference.
It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Throws to the tight end. On target to the left. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Guys, the levels of hype and impatience awaiting the arrival of Arch Manning pretty much unsustainable over the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers was pretty doggone good. But Arch is pretty deserving of all of this attention, I'd say, Jesse.
Yeah, he's very, very talented. That jumps off the film when you watch him. You can see why he was so highly regarded coming out of high school. You can see why Texas fans are so impatient to finally watch what he does this year. Now, it's one thing to do it against Louisiana Monroe. It's one thing to do it against UTSA and Mississippi State. Can he do it against the Georgias? Can he do it against the big boys in the SEC on a consistent basis? We can't wait to find out.
Back to throw, it's Manning. Unloads to the wideout. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
3rd down, man. You think this offense would want to throw it down the field, at least past the sticks. With this defense and their athleticism and speed, they gobbled him up behind the line of scrimmage.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, still going. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
And that just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical 4th down and execute.
Direct snap. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Wants to fire on second down. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
To the air. It's Manning. Got his man. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting a drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14. Their performance in SEC play last year was forgettable. They'd love to make it memorable this time around.
I love when Reese uses that phrases like forgettable, which means it was awful, not very good, okay? So they're looking for a bounce back. They've been selling this program all offseason. They've been trying to bring in new additions. They've been trying to create some juice ball. Now they got to go out and do it.
I think they realized, too, a year ago they weren't as talented as some of their opponents, but they also gave some games away. And they've got to be better in critical down and distances in big moments when they get into these SEC conference games this season.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week, only called on twice. He gets a block. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the left. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all...
He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Texas! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
The kick is up and good, and put 1 more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Central Michigan needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Mount Pleasant behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Akron. Any big developments here in the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the catch, it's Moore. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
The play action fake. Using the quick game. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, mark it at the 47.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route running. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. Back to the ground game on the left. Oh, a lot of space. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football, great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He's got the tight end. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense, 1st and goal from the 7.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. On 2nd and goal, he carries again. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Third and goal, where the fire purifies and separates contenders and pretenders. Try to barge their way in. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run, and you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. Give it back up now to their offense.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Pulls and fires complete.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll run play action. Looking for a deep man. Makes the grab on the right. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
That's a nice-looking catch on that play, and I know Texas is known for DBs, and they're known for having really good running backs. Not a lot of great receivers over the years. I'll tell you what, though, this guy has really showed up in this game. He's making plays, and I know they want to continue to build a legacy at this position here in this program.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. It's Manning. It's complete to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
And the Longhorns come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Here's the pressure. It's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop it back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Maybe just a shade out of their field goal range, so they'll lead the offense out there on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll be stopped right at the 42 after returning the pick, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Moore. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
The Blue Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Finds a tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
And they fail to hook up on third down.
Third down is a big factor in games. It's something I know this offense in particular practices often throughout the week, but they just haven't been able to get it done so far in this game on these critical downs. That time, quarterback can't link up with his guy, and they've got to find a better way of being more efficient on third.
Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass, it's Manning. Going over the top. He's got it inside the 30. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Longhorns! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all three phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing.
2-0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off play action on first down. Fires left. Got a wide open receiver. Lots of running room. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6. And the Blue Devils in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Trying play action. Makes the grab. It's Anthony. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. The give to the back.
It's the runback. Tackle at the 10-yard line. 4th down coming up.
They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a 2nd time in this one. Might be calling a hot route. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He's got it on the move. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Blue Devils come to the line in the hurry-up. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Trying to bully their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Blue Devils. It's a much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way. Knocked it right down the middle. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Dropping back, it's Manning. He wants to take the top off. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
Well, guess who? They're taking a shot to the guy that's just been torching this defense in the entire first half. He's already got over 100 yards, so why not try to add to it and force this defense to prove that they can cover him? They did do a nice job right there. That's not the last time this guy's going to see the ball thrown his way.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Moore. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to...
It's a seam wide open, and the ball squirted out. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Touchdown, Duke. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers. To get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover. The pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Tough to beat in action, gentlemen. You know that. And let's take a look at the highlights. Central Michigan needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Mount Pleasant behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Akron. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll try the run. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And the Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. To the air, it's Manning. Complete downfield. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Working that left side. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Zings it complete to the right.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The pull and throw off the RPO. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
Well, we knew coming into this one the tight end was a big part of this offense. And you've seen it early in this game. They've moved him around. They've thrown it to him in a lot of different ways. Defense is going to have to make some adjustments trying to stop this guy.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas!
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Moore. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Going right to work up top. Here comes the heat. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. And he is sacked as the defense adds a little emphasis to wrap up this first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. The give. He is going nowhere. Stops at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense that time, bowing up. You're on your own goal line, so you've got to be great against the run, and they forced that ball to go to the outside, use their speed to bring the ball carrier down.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Making side adjustments here. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Takes a hit as he fires. And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up. And the Blue Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Touchdown, Longhorns! The hidden yardage, the big plays, special teams coming through. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. To the ground with the back. Sweet cut there. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Second down coming up.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Looking to buy time. They're working that left side. The Blue Devils are stopped, but not before getting the first down.
Man, it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Pocket breaking down. And it's incomplete as he tried to lob it in with perfect touch.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Sends it back in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him one.
Is incomplete. It's now third down.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. Quarterback may change this route. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a fourth down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
One for two on fourth down attempts so far, and we will get a third attempt here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying.
Touchdown, Texas! The offense cashing it in on that drive. Texas fighting them through the air and on the ground, reminiscent of Colt McCoy's big day against A&M in 2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want. And this is a good spot to be. Listen, Texas gets a highly recruited kid at quarterback every single year. Can this be the guy that takes them to the next level? Today is a good day.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Moore. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Running to the left. Not much there. They'll give him one to the 14.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Trying to get rid of it. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
They're only 1 for 3 on 4th down attempts, but they'll try it again here. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Finds his man. It's Anthony. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Man, that's a rough outcome. I get it. I want to try to be aggressive, but backed up in your own territory, aggressive, and you fail. Now you've set the other team up for almost automatic points.
Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Hand off from the shotgun. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he makes the extra point. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll send the back in motion. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Somehow got the screen into that traffic. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Pressure coming. And they'll wrap him up.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
brings up
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you could see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And we saw it last week with this offense, right? They know who they are down here. They're going to be physical. They gave him the football, and what did he do? He rewarded you with 2 touchdown runs. I look for this offense.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Southern Miss is getting cooked right now at home, and it's all over but the crying. A lopsided affair with miscues and missed tackles. They're trailing by 16 to James Madison. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Leaves it with the running back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
And the Blue Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Oh, they're after him. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Texas 56-14.
With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Right down the middle. Pulls it in. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
Using his feet to buy time. He's going to take off. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive.
It makes it really tough on a defense when you got a dynamic quarterback that you can roll out. You bootleg him to the right here. The defense has to now recover quickly, chase the guy out of there. Oh, wait, I still got to cover wide receivers down the field. I still got to cover other guys and try to get this guy on the ground. They do a great job on this play.
The Blue Devils are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the 1st down. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1.
Man, I think back in the day, this is a no-brainer. You're punting the football and believing your defense, but analytics all the time now telling you to be aggressive. I'm interested to watch this play. Obviously, if you're aggressive, you might could run this clock out and end the football game and not have to put your defense back on the field.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2-, 3-, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
And, man, you got to like the swarm of this defense. You've got to get in the backfield, make some penetration, and realize the first guy's not going to always get that big sucker on the ground. Like, he's a big, strong dude. He's breaking tackles, but still swarming to the football, and this defense still gets a tackle for a loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And this is the part of the game where you could really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back. He's physical in the fourth quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
The Longhorns get enough for the first down.
Well, this offense, they started the drive with great field position. They're being methodical here. They're not hitting the home run necessarily and scoring these big explosive touchdowns, but they're getting third down conversions. They're staying on the field. They do a nice job there running the football. They look like they're in control. That's a good sign.
Takes the handoff. It's Baxter. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They'll go to the ground. He's loose, headed to the end zone. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the fourth quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation.